Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Tabitha Yon, the owner of Elegant Living, and this is
Lexi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Afternoon.
It's kind of a blur, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We had a little snowstorm that came through last night, and so it kind of changed all the appointments and everything. So
Yes.
we were like, yes, we'll get in early to go in, because we live a little bit out of St.
Mhm.
Joseph, Missouri, a little ways. It's in between Cameron and St. Joseph on 36 Highway. It's Stewartsville. You can't miss it. Well, you can.
You can if you blink.
actually.
If you blink, you're gonna miss it.
If you miss, you're going to blink it. Anyhow, we had some appointments scheduled, just checkups, nothing big. And so we were like, yes. We go in there. The parking lot is like no one. It's like dead. And so we're like, oh, perfect. So she's like, well, honey, you could have came at any time because we're just here all day and no one's coming in but you guys.
Well,
So
we
here we
already
are.
changed it, so we're like, okay, I guess we'll just come in now.
Yeah, so here we are.
Yes.
So bright and cheery. We're kind of clashing.
We are clashing a little bit, but it's okay.
It's okay.
It adds visual interest. It's fine. Everything's fine.
So we got home, had lunch, and now here we are. So
Yes.
we're back. And it doesn't look like the snow is letting up.
No,
It's still snowing.
really
So
bad.
let us know what it's doing. Come on here and tell us hello.
Yes.
Tell us what you guys are, where you're from. We'd
Yes.
love to hear where you guys are from. Love that yesterday. You guys did that. If you're watching this on replay, please do #replay.
Yes.
And yes, you can watch this on replay as many times as you would like. We're not going anywhere. So
Yes, and let us know if you are a newbie here, if you have just found us. This is Tabitha. I'm Lexi. And let us know if you're an oldie but a goldie. I said this yesterday. I know it's oldie but a goodie, but I don't think that rhymes, so I say goldie. I know that's technically not how you say it, but that's how I say it, so it's
Yes.
fine.
So good afternoon to everyone.
Yes.
So grab yourself something to drink and come on in here. We're going to talk about what?
We are talking about finding your decorating style, which is super fun, and the rules of 3. Those are 2 very important things to have when you're decorating your home.
Yes, and I'm going to see if I can get on
Yes.
here with Lexi really fast before we get started and
Yes.
see if we can see some comments, because
Yes.
I love Facebook, but sometimes they just don't show us your comments, which is
Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't.
I don't know
Okay.
why.
Hello, everyone. I see
Hello,
everybody's
hello,
coming on here now.
hello.
Hello,
Yes.
hello.
Okay, so come on here and tell us hello, and tell us if you're a newbie. And
Yes.
we kind of went through that, and now
Yes.
what were we doing?
Okay, we're going to start with how to find your decorating style. So if you guys haven't signed up for it yet, after this video,
we keep going forward.
we get really excited. So
Yeah.
after this video, make sure you guys go sign up for our email list.
Yes.
We have an entire package of your guys' guides that we are going to be getting out to you. So if you signed up yesterday, today you
Yes.
got your decorating guides on your quiz. So we're going to
Your
be taking
quiz.
your quiz.
So make sure that you go in and get those guides, guys, because
Yes.
this quiz will really help you identify your decorating style. But
Yes.
rest assured, we're going to help you today and hopefully identify some of these things as we move along.
Yes.
As I said yesterday, we've been doing this. I've been doing this for many, many, many years. And a lot of times people will come to us and say, we don't know our decorating style. We like lots of
Yes.
different things. We like lots of different things and we don't know what to do. And then B, they'll have a mix of different ones, which is kind of a harder little challenge. And so we want to kind of identify and really set in stone what your decorating style is.
For sure. Or there's a third one where they're like, I have no idea what I like, but I know what I don't like, which is also a starting point, which is a good
what a lot of
place
people
to
say.
have.
Yeah.
Because most people are like, I don't like that. But then when you're like, okay, what do you like? And they're like,
This.
so we're going to help you.
So we're going to help
It's gonna
you.
be great.
So that's where we're going to start. Okay.
Yes.
Tips to finding your style.
Yes.
A, get your email in there and make sure you go over and take the quiz. And listen, guys, when
Yes.
you take this quiz, it's like being in our decorating community. When you take the quiz, I want to know what it says. Come back
Yes.
on here. We're going to have a
Yes.
post at the top, up above here, and we want to know what you come out, because it's so important. And trust me, you're going to go through these and it's pictures. It's not
Yes.
wording. It's just pictures. It takes 5 seconds to take.
Yeah.
But what it does is it identifies if you're traditional, if you're French country, if you're country, if all these different
Modern.
categories, modern, all those
Your
different
cabin,
things.
kind of rustic.
And it's going to pull you through different ones. And what it does is it comes out to one specific style
that you lean towards.
Yeah. Which is so important, because if you're someone like me, I have been doing this for so many years, and I feel like I have several different styles. I don't just have one. But for one of the styles, you're going to come out and you're going to be more prominent. I'm very traditional. I think everybody knows that here. And so it's really, really important to know that. So that's you can take the quiz and that will help you. Okay, now we're going to go through our checklist, because we do have a checklist.
Yes, and I believe there's 6 things that you can do right now to help you identify your style. So let's get started. Number 1, look at your closet. That is so important, because if you're looking at your closet, we were just talking to a customer about this yesterday.
Yes, we were.
You can kind of see a trend. So you're always going to see us in probably bright colors. We are very colorful people, so that kind of plays into the way that we like to decorate. Whereas if you wear a lot of browns, you're probably going to be a warmer tone person. So you're going to want to have the warmer tones in your house. But if you wear a lot of gray or a lot of black or white, you're probably on the cooler side. So you're going to want to go towards the cooler sides.
So look at your closet. It's really important to look at the way you dress, because the way you dress is honestly, it does correlate with the way you decorate. It's so funny, because people ask me all the time, when you first walk into somebody's house and they don't have a whole lot in their house, how do you know their style? There's a lot of different things. Just talking to them, I can tell. But by the way they dress and the way they present themselves makes a huge difference. And I think that's huge for a man or a woman or both. Because sometimes you're correlating both of them in your house. But for you personally, to find your decorating style, it's how you decorate. Or it's how you deck yourself.
Yeah, you decorate yourself.
You decorate yourself.
It's the same thing. Yes.
Yes. So by that, I'm going to say this. Most people are going to tell you, if they are a person that to wear jewelry, like I am, you guys have seen me, I'm a jewelry person, then they're going to want a little bit more accessories than the person that is more minimalist. They might have one ring versus they have a whole lot of rings on. If they have red lipstick, you can see they're a little flashier. Maybe I would say I'm a little flashier with that.
Yeah, I was going to say that is definitely you.
I literally put this little jogging outfit on, so it's nice and warm today. But I'm always going to have a red lip to match it. Yeah. So those are some things that you can really keep an eye on. Look in your own closets, figure out what it is that you're seeing, and you're going to know kind of where you're going to gravitate towards. Number 2.
Gather inspiration. It's very important.
Okay, so to gather inspiration, this is a really big one, and I ask lots of people before I come, if I don't really know or they don't know, have an idea, before we do the consultation, I'm going to tell them to get on Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, all the places, and screenshot. Okay, it's kind of more of a thing. I know that Pinterest, you'll read about that they'll say Pinterest will do a board. What is it called?
It's like a mood board, kind of inspiration board.
And you can do that. And people will say, Tabitha, I'll just basically tag you in it so that you can visit my inspiration board.
Yes.
That is so helpful.
That is very helpful.
But the main thing that most people do now is they take screenshots on their phone as they're just scrolling at night, after they've had dinner, after they've gotten home. They're going to scroll through and they're going to show me these pictures of inspiration.
Yes.
Whether it's through Facebook or Instagram or wherever you're at, Pinterest, they will show me what they like. And then I'll say, tell me what you like in the picture. That's so important to identify that, because it's going to show me a style and it's going to show me what they like in the picture. So when you're looking at these pictures, show yourself what you're gravitating towards. And more than likely, if you build this huge Pinterest board, or you have a slew of pictures, you're going to be seeing a repetition. You're going to be seeing something that keeps coming back and forth. A lot of people that love dark wood, they're going to see a lot of wood tones. They're going to see a lot of warmth in there and things like that. Somebody that wants something that's light and airy, you're going to start noticing every picture that you have in there is going to have white woodwork. You're going to see something in there that's more lighter and gravitated and more neutrals. It's going to show you a picture of who you are,
which is so important. So before we kind of go through all these, I want to know, what do you think your style is right now? If you had to guess, tell us right now what you think that you kind of gravitate towards right now before you take the quiz and before you go through the guides and kind of do a little bit of deep dive.
Do you think you're more rustic? Do you think you're traditional? Do you think you're modern? Do you think you're French country? Do you think, what is something?
Well, like, I usually thought that I was a traditional person, but then I made these guides and I took our quiz and I gravitate towards French country, not so much traditional, which is crazy because when she took it, she thought she was more French country, but she was more traditional.
I'm very
So it's kind
traditional.
of backwards, yes.
I've known for many years. I'm going to tell you, I've known for many years. I gravitate towards traditional things. I dress even traditional. I might dress a little fancier one way or whatever it may be, but I always kind of dress towards more traditional styles.
Sure.
And that will be your main thing. You may have lots of things. Let's be for real. I love antiquing, and I love
love antiquing.
I do too. Love it. I love antiquing, and I love a little bit of modern. I will say that that's kind of, I just like touches of it here and there. But my main one is traditional. You're going to see a lot of wainscoting. You're going to see a lot of traditional colors, all the different things. So it's so important to know what you think you are and then go take the test.
Yes, it is important. I've been reading your guys' comments. Some people say modern, traditional, a mix of traditional and French country. Traditional, yes. So those, that's fun. Yes,
so, it is. So let us know what you think below, the ones that haven't, and then go back and take the test and tell us what when you come in and tell us what the test tells you, and then tell us what you thought you were. Maybe you'll be correct, and that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay, number 3. We're on number 3.
Number 3. It says, look around your home. So we're going to be taking note of what you already love. So after you've completed our Love It or Leave It challenge, you're hopefully getting rid of all of your exes. You only have your little hearts left. And if you haven't watched that video, make sure you guys go watch that one because we kind of explained all of that.
Yep.
Yes. So make sure you guys do your Love It or Leave It challenge and then look at what you have left in your room. If you're like, I had a bunch of stuff and I really hated my room, but now that I only have a few things, I'm really starting to love it again.
Yes. And you're going to identify what you've left in there versus what you get rid of. The number one thing that Lexi and I do in homes, we're going to say what stays and what goes. Because we've got to know that. We've got to know where we're working, what we're working with. And it's so important to know. And you're going to notice, take note, guys.
You will notice.
You're going to notice a trend again, that you're staying with the same things that you guys like. I don't know.
They like that. Oh, now we got fireworks.
Okay, we got fireworks.
It really likes what we're saying here.
Yes. So you're gonna see this repetition in what you stay with versus what you're looking at, and I can promise you, it's a cycle of what you're liking and what you're wanting.
For sure, for sure.
Yes, because we have one customer. I do want to say this. We had one customer that said, we were decorating her house, and I always do a budget for everything, like furniture, accessories, florals, and all the things. So she said, "Oh, I'm not a floral person." That's exactly what we acted like too.
Yeah,
I said,
like, are you sure?
Everybody is a floral person. When you may not be this person that has this huge floral that's gorgeous and all the things, because I love florals, but you are still going to have to bring in some florals.
You want some life into
the room and this space. So everybody has that. But it's so funny because you can identify the people that are going to have these big floral arrangements that are overtaken, that are over the top, versus something a little bit more subtle and a little bit more, what am I trying to say?
Kind of earthy. So like,
a little bohemian.
Everybody needs like a little bit of greenery or a little bit of florals or a little bit of life in their room. So whether you're just having a pot with like leafies,
a little bitty one.
Yeah.
Or just
some grasses, or you can have totally colorful tulips. There's a big difference there. But it still does the same effect for your room. So you just got to identify which ones you gravitate towards.
And so you're going to notice as you take note of all of these things. If you're doing inventory in your house and you're looking at all your pictures, you're going to see a consistency in it.
Yes.
And you're going to know where you're going to be. And I love that for you because
I love it for you too.
It helps you in so many ways to not just shop for your home, but it also gives you a space that really brings you joy and happiness, which is what it's all about. Honestly.
For sure.
Doesn't matter what the trends say. Doesn't matter what that is. It's a space that you feel the best in.
Yes.
Which is what we all try to achieve.
Reflection of you for sure.
Yes.
So Tracy said that she loves leaves and sticks and I love it all. Okay. Yes, that is perfect.
And so she knows that. That's great for her because she's more of a naturalist, I would say. You would like more nature, more country. Yes. So I'm shocked. Not shocked, but I would like to see what your
quiz says. Yes, for sure.
For that.
So let us know below. Do you think that you're more of a florally person or more of like a grassy natural person?
Yeah.
Which ones do you gravitate towards a little bit more? I gravitate towards florals.
And you could be somewhere in the middle too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Let us know which one you guys are.
I'm a big floral person, as you know. In my house, I have big florals everywhere.
She just got this arrangement that has like a scalloped on it, and it has like all these colorful tulips coming out. So we'll have to take a picture and show you guys.
I love it. I'm sure you guys will
know
see
that.
it.
Yes.
So, number 4. We're on number 4.
Yes.
Number 4, consider your lifestyle. Guys, okay, the number one thing that I go into people's houses, I start talking to you. We start seeing what's going to be in the room, what's going to be taken out of the room.
For sure.
What we're going to be working for. But the number one thing you're going to hear me, and people say, how did you know what I needed? Talking to you. I want to know who lives in that space. What are you going to do in that space? Are you going to watch TV? Do you want it to be a reading room? Are you going to, is it just a hobby room for you? Who's going to be in the space? What are you going to use the space for? That is so important. If you tell me, Tabitha, we're going to watch movies in here, then I know right off, this is like a movie. This is an entertainment. And you're probably going to have more than one person in that space. It's not just for one person.
And you might need storage in there for blankets and throws and pillows. So it kind of changes the way you're going to be styling your room and buying your furniture.
Absolutely. The accessorizing and things like that. And another thing I always ask, do you have small children or do you have grown children? Do you have grandchildren? Do you have pets? Do you, I mean, there's so many different things. Is there anybody that has any disabilities that is going to live in this space? These are all things that I'm going to be asking myself, which I want you to ask yourself when you're decorating your house. It is so important to ask these things, because if you don't ask these things, then a lot of times people go out and they shop and buy, and they think that's going to make them happy. And then they get it home and they're like, it didn't work. It's not what I wanted.
Yes.
It's not what my vision came out. So these are things to be able to let the vision flow.
For sure.
These will help you identify what you're going to put in that space. Okay?
Yes. Okay. Number 5.
Number 5.
Think about the mood and feelings. So once you identify what the function is going to be, think about how you want it to feel. So if you're having a theater room, is like the purpose of the room. Do you want it to feel cozy? Do you want it to feel plush and like you could take a nap in there? Or do you want it to feel like, oh, this is just a quick, like, just entertain the kids, keep it clean, keep it simple, that kind of room.
Yeah.
So you need to identify how you want it to feel. Do you want it to feel moody? Do you want it to feel like your whole family could just gather there? What do you want it to feel like when you walk in?
And everyone has. I've even watched Chip and Joanna. If you haven't seen that, you have seen it. She's kind of decorated as many years as I have, and she'll say, there's a feeling, and you're trying to get that feeling in your home. And if you can present that to yourself, and you know what you're feeling that you're trying to achieve at the end of the decorating project or whatever, you will be able to achieve that. And a lot of times people will say, the number one thing people most of the time say is, I'm not a formal person.
They do say that quite frequently.
Yes. A lot of times they're like, I think because they see that I'm more of a traditional, formal kind of, but they're like, I'm not a formal person at all. However, what I find that traditional formal places and spaces can still feel warm and inviting. We entertain a lot in our home and we use our home a lot. And if you're anything like me, you want it to feel warm and inviting. The very number one thing that people say when they come into my house is they're like, it's so inviting. It's so inviting. It just brings you right in. I want to see more and more and more, which is exactly what we want you to have in your house, regardless of how you're wanting it to feel. If it's wanting to be a pottery barn where it's kind of just lots of throws and warmth and inviting, there's always a mood that you're trying to present each and every room that you do.
So I have a little task for you. So right now, start brainstorming. What are 3 words you want people to say, or what you want to say when you walk into your home?
Yes, to describe your home.
3 words.
3
that
words.
Could be inviting. It could be welcoming. It could be warm. It could be cozy. It could be fresh, natural. What else?
I think a lot of times when I'm thinking of something, it's moody. It's a moody space. So a lot of times I am more on the other opposite side where I make things a lot more, I would say, traditional and classic and things like that. So I always want to bring in that inviting space and things like that. So mine is what I'm wanting to do is to really bring in happiness. I love a space that makes me feel happy. I love a space that makes me feel calm.
Yes.
Calm.
So calm is another
Calm
one.
is a really thing because I'm always going. Jason's always
We're
going.
a little chaotic.
We're a little chaotic most of the time. So I like a space when I'm not working that I can walk in and feel peaceful and calm and inviting and refreshing,
I want it to feel homey. Like When you
See?
walk into your grandparents' house and you're like, man, it feels like home in here.
Yeah.
I want that feeling when I walk into my house. I want it to feel welcoming. So when I have guests over, I'm like, oh, I have friends, I have family over. They feel welcomed, and I want it to feel warm. Like this is a place where they can relax and come in and feel welcomed.
Welcome.
So let us know what 3 words you guys think
3 words.
your house wants to feel like.
And guys, honestly, this is huge. This
Yes.
is huge. I mean, if you ever hear Chip and
Mhm.
Joanna, I know I reference back to them, but if you ever do that, she's going to tell you the same thing. There's 3
Yes.
words that you want your house to feel like. And I really
Mhm.
think that's important. And I'm going to go even further. It depends on each room, because your
Yes.
living room is going to be different than your bedroom.
Yes, it is.
Your kitchen's going to be different than your guest bedroom.
Mhm.
You know, all those different things are going to be different. So every room that you go
Yes.
into your home, think of 3 words that you want to describe those rooms to be, and then
Yes.
move and gravitate towards that.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was number 5. Now
Welcoming,
we're on
beautiful, smells good.
smells good. Is
You know
so
what? That is
important.
hilarious that you said. That is so funny, because I was reading a poll. I read all these polls all the time. I get
Mhm.
Reader's Digest, Happy Home, all those different things. Traditional Home, Traditional Magazine. I read all these things.
For sure.
And they said the number one thing that your guests will recognize. You know what it is? Smells.
They're going to
They-
smell it.
Yes. And I have heard that over and over and over with houses that people are selling.
Mm-hmm.
The smell is the number one thing that people are going to recognize immediately with their
Yes.
senses. That's the first sense that people do. So that is so crazy. I thought that was very interesting, because I'm thinking, oh, my front porch has got to be good, which, you know, it does. It does.
Yeah.
But they said the first thing when you open somebody's door to go into their house, it's smell.
Yes.
I thought
Well,
that
and
was
don't get nose
interesting.
blindness. You know, like that Febreze commercial, it's like, oh, the plugins or whatever it is. It's like, don't get nose blindness. We definitely have nose blindness.
Yes.
But I was just shopping with my friend the other day, and she went to go
Mhm.
smell a candle. She's like, this
Mhm.
smells like you. And I was like, what? And she's like, your house smells like this. And I was like, that is so crazy. I didn't know that our house had like a smell.
I didn't either.
And she's like, yeah, that's what your house smells like when we come in. This is what it smells like. I'm like, that's hilarious. So try to identify what you think your house smells like.
Ask a friend.
Like Gracie's room, I can know immediately when walking Gracie's room, it's going to smell like a sugar cookie
Yep.
or vanilla, because that is her like
Or
signature
syrup.
scent.
She
Syrup.
loves syrup.
For
She
sure.
loves, I don't know.
That is totally Gracie.
She loves pancakes and syrup. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
which
that's-
it fits. If you know
it's-
her, that fits really well.
that fits really well.
Mm-hmm.
I think for myself, I like the smells of floral.
Florals. Yeah, I was going to say, you're a florally person.
Definitely 100% floral. Lexi, she's a,
I like
she's
the
a
sexy man smell. I like that smell. That smells like a good man. If you have like some good cologne on, that's
Yep.
my smell.
I like that too.
love it.
I like that too.
Love it.
So that is so interesting. So what is your 3 words? We want to know below. And some of you
Yes.
guys are saying soft, elegant, and comfortable.
That
I
sounds
love the
wonderful.
word elegant. So see, that's right up my
Mhm.
alley. I love
And
that
I love
too.
soft. I love the
Yeah,
word soft.
if you're more of
Mhm.
a tactile person, if you tell me soft, yes.
Mhm.
Comfortable, yes. I think most people do like comfortable, because they want
Yes.
that feels welcoming to them.
Yes, for
So,
sure.
Okay, so what number are we on?
6. We're
We're-
on 6. So 6 is the last one. So it's mix and match with your intentions. So
So what does that mean exactly?
you don't have to stick to a style. So you can't be like, oh, I can't go buy this because it looks kind of country and I have a modern home. You can, but you just have to slowly introduce things, because it's not just about sticking to a style. It's about incorporating what you love into your home. But if you do it slowly, instead of just being like, oh, I have to fill up this room, I'm going to buy everything all today.
Yeah.
It's going to feel more like you and more unique and more tied together if you take your time and actually think about, do I have a purpose for this?
Mhm.
Why do I like this?
Mhm.
Where can I put it?
Intentional. Be
Yes.
very intentional. And I think when
Mhm.
you become more intentional, even with the ladies that we do their homes,
For sure.
that we have been blessed to be able to go into their homes,
Mhm.
I think we even do intentional. It's something that I have to do, and I have done many, many years of
For
this,
sure.
and I can really usually peg people in their style. But it takes me a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay, so don't think that immediately I'm gonna come in your house and know. I mean, sometimes it does, but my best time is when I sit and I really marinate it, and I really think about it, and I
For
really
sure.
investigate it, and doing all these things. And the funny thing is me
Mm-hmm.
decorating your home, and I don't care what any designer says. Interior designer will have to marinate that, and they have to
Mhm.
figure out what it is that you're trying to achieve, and we have to bring that out, because it's not us. It's
For sure.
them. We're trying to make them represent their own home and then be happy with it. So this is a process, guys. This is not something
Mhm.
you're just going to know immediately. but I can promise you this is the steps to doing it. And if you do these steps and you really take this time to go and marinate that and take the quiz, start taking pictures on your phone of what you want your house to feel, smell, and do all the things. When you're out for smelling, that's really a good thing. Go to these little boutiques and go to these little places. I mean, you can go to Dillard's now and see Aromatique and different things and smell those things. See what you want your house to represent you and how you want it to feel. It's so important, and I promise you it will be worth all the time.
Yes, for sure.
What do you think?
I think that is excellent. I'm going to just do a quick little recap. And if you guys have signed up for the free guides, all you have to do is follow the link and go to the free guides. If you guys can't find it, just comment below and then I'll send you the direct link so you guys can do it pretty fast and easy.
Yes.
So you don't have to take notes on this. We
I
do have these
cannot
guides.
wait to see what style you guys come up with in the quiz.
We have the quizzes. So make sure you guys are share, liking, and commenting as well because we're going to be giving away something.
Today even.
Yes. Today and tomorrow. So we're doing that. I just want to... I've had a few people jump on here, so I just kind of want to say that one more time.
Hi, everyone.
Yes, hello, welcome.
Okay, so let's recap on the things to find your decorating style, okay?
Yes.
Number 1.
We have look at your closet.
Look how you dress.
Yes. Number 2, gather inspiration.
Yep.
Go to Pinterest, go to your Instagrams, take screenshots.
Facebook, right here.
Yes, start to see your trends. Number 3, take note of what you already love. So after a Love It or Leave It challenge, make sure you are seeing what you have left and kind of representing that. 4, consider your lifestyle. What do you want the space to function like?
How you want it to feel and function.
Yes. Number 5, think about the mood and feeling. So if you have that mood and feeling you want in your house, make sure you're getting the things in there to represent you and what you're wanting the emotion to be. 6, mix and match. So if you're going to go mix and match styles, which is okay, we do it too.
We do it.
Make sure you have a purpose for it, you love it, and why you're gravitating towards it. If you know those 3 things and you have a purpose for it and you know where to put it, it's going to make you happy. It's going to flow.
And usually, I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to go a little further, because when I see people will say, oh, I love traditional, and oh, on top of that, I love a little bohemian, and oh, I love a little bit of this. There's usually a link to why they're saying that. There's usually a reason of why they're saying that. A lot of times when people say they love bohemian, it's because they're more on the natural side. They love more natural elements like, greenery, and they like the law. I want to say logs, but it's not right. Branches and things like that. Leaves and
logs.
Some different things, and that usually tells me, okay, we're going to be doing earthy tones. We're going to be gravitating towards those.
They gravitate towards greens.
Greens, yes.
Greens is usually very serene.
If you say that you are light French gray, or light French gray, if you're
a light French gray,
and if you say that, hey Tabitha, I love a gray, I'm going to think that you're a little bit more modern, and you're going to be a little bit cooler on the cooler side, a little less accessories, less is more for you. And so see, after you start to tell me what you really, really like, I can base everything you tell me. I know this is because I've been doing it for so many years. If you tell me I love a color, I can tell you why.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? I don't know why.
Crazy.
We're crazy. It's just because I have done so many homes, and that's really the process of it. So
yes. So if you are kind of listening to this and you're like, I don't really know, I'm kind of needing more help, or I just want to know more about it, make sure you guys join our Elegant community. It's our private decorating group. I have seen a few of our EC gals in here. So if you're in our community, tell us hi, tell us a little bit more about it. We are actually talking about this inside of our community. We have all of these guides, and we're going to be talking about the spaces. So if you're like, this is kind of my inspiration board, I don't really know where to go from here, this is kind of what my house looks like, you can post your picture in there and we can kind of talk you through it and talk about it.
Yes.
So
it's a little more personalized for you specifically. We did the Elegant community years ago. It's because I found as doing these homes, there was a need for it. It's to join the community. It's lots of fun. It's lots of community. And you get the help that you really do want. And sometimes you love to decorate, but you just need to pop in and say, hey, what do you think about this? I mean, I'm here to tell you, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I still have to have help every once in a while.
For sure.
And I think it's honestly a great community that just inspires you and gets your creative juices flowing and all the things. Because we actually do post in there quite a bit, and we talk about things. Every week we have a live just like this, and we talk about things that you can do to incorporate in your home. So,
So last week, we literally just talked about paint colors, about sheens, about what kind of hues you gravitate towards, how to pick out paint colors in your home, what accents we are loving right now, the top 2025 paint colors for us and what we are loving and what we think you guys will appreciate in your homes.
Mhm.
So if you want more about that, get in there, and we have
It's
stuff
so-
all month long.
It's so funny because the young man that was helping us yesterday pick out carpeting, Kyle. Hello, Kyle from Carpet Masters, if you're here.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, I'm calling you out. Sorry. I don't mean to do that. But, I'm sorry. But he was wonderful. And he said, this color that you chose for her is all over Pinterest. And I said, yes, it is. And he said, I absolutely love it. I said, I started using it years ago, but
Yes, but
Those-
it's making
it's
a strong comeback.
Yes. So it's so funny how you gravitate towards something and it comes in and goes out. So
For
if you're
sure.
just wanting refreshers or just inspiration, join the Elegant community, guys.
Yes, I
And
love
thank you, Sue. I'm so excited that you
Yes,
just
thank you,
joined.
Sue and Laura and Michelle. I love
Yes,
that.
I do too.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about to get you inspired and get your house feeling the way you want, okay?
Yes.
We talked about learning your decorating style, and then
Yes.
the next section of this is...
The rules of 3. So if you guys have never heard the rules of 3, I think my mom actually explains this way better than I could have even attempted to type.
Oh, well, thank
So
you.
I'm going to have her kind of explain the rules of 3.
Okay, the rules of 3 is a visual harmony, okay? A lot of times, I'm going to tell you the truth is a lot of times people just, honestly,
sure.
they struggle to decorate. So if you're one of these people that have struggled to decorate or
Mhm.
something visually in your house just never feels proportioned right, that's where they come up with the rules of 3.
Yes.
And the rules of 3 comes in different elements. There's different
Mhm.
rules to it, but it's basically using 3 things in a vignette. And okay, now you're going to say, what is a vignette? And that's just a very fancy word for a grouping of objects that you love to decorate
Yes.
with. So once again, a vignette it's just a fancy word for decorating, honestly.
Just like
a group of things.
collection of things together.
So let's talk about groups of things. Where do you put groups of things? You put them on your buffet,
A tray.
end table,
You can put them on a bookshelf.
a mantle.
Yes. Side tables. I love like a
Side
small
tables.
little vignette on a side table.
So tell
cozy.
me down below, do you decorate all these spaces?
Yes.
You have, trouble getting little vignettes to go together, right? I have the solution for you today.
Yes.
Because they came up with the rule of 3, but the rule of 3 honestly comes in its own little proportion.
Mhm.
If you are struggling to decorate, I suggest you to go to rule of 3. But
Yes.
rule of 3 just means that it's an object of an odd number.
Yes. So
Okay.
like 1, 3, 5, 7,
Yes.
whatever it is.
So
Odds.
however your level of decorating is, you can keep going up. But
Yeah.
if you're really struggling and you're like, I
just don't know.
Yes, if I see Tabitha post every day, which we do post in here every single day. So if you're not
Mhm.
seeing our post every single day to get you inspired and direct you into the right season and all the things,
Yes.
check us out every single day right here.
Yes.
Okay?
And I also just learned this recently. If your feed is set up at the top for recommended, change it to the newest updates. If you change it to like the most recently updated, you
Mhm.
might see our post a lot more often. So if you're like, I never see you until you guys go live, try to check those settings and see if you can adjust it so where we can pop up.
Is that
a
the
little
3
bit
little dots?
more. Yeah, there'll be 3 little dots at the top. It'll be like, when you click it, it'll be like, oh, your settings are set to recommended.
Always go to
Just
favorite.
go to, you can go to your like recently updated and then you'll see newer posts more often.
Perfect. Good information. Okay, so the rule of 3. So let's
Yes.
get back to that. The rule of 3 is that
Mhm.
you decorate with 3 objects.
Yes.
Now, the only other little things that I really want to talk about in that rule of 3 is that you want to have
Mhm.
different heights.
Yes, so the easiest way I can think of it is you have 3 objects, 3 heights, and 3 patterns.
Yes. It's
And
an
that
excellent
will
way.
definitely make everything a lot easier for you, make it flow a lot better. If you're like, I have 3 items, they're all different heights, there's like a small, medium, large, that's going to look great.
That's going to look great.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you a little vignette that we have here
Mhm.
together. But what I'm saying with that is if you really struggle to get your buffet, there's always this
yes.
on your buffet. Because I hear this a lot. A lot of ladies are like, how do you get
Mhm.
the buffet so pretty? Always flank it with artwork that's smaller than the buffet. That's the rule. Flank it with 2 beautiful lamps. And then a vignette in the middle. And a
For
vignette is what? A grouping of objects that you want to decorate with. You do
Yes.
3 of them. It really makes it that simple.
Mhm.
And honestly, scale, of course, comes into play. But if
Yes.
you can take 3 items when you're shopping at Home Goods,
Mhm.
Hobby Lobby, Elegant Boutique, all those different things. You can
Yes.
take 3 objects and make sure they're different levels, and you can put them together, and it's beautiful. And it is actually, honestly, it just makes decorating easy.
We almost said scientifically proven, but it's not, but it is in our head, so it's fine.
It is. It totally is.
It totally, just believe us, it's fine.
Yes. So it's taking 3 objects or 3 odd numbers of something and making a grouping of it.
For sure.
It's that simple. That's what it is. It's
For
that
sure.
simple. Okay.
We have a guide on this. So again, if you guys are going to get
Yes.
our guides,
Yes.
you guys will get this one today. You'll get our quiz, and you will be getting the Finding Your Decorating Style guide that I
Yes.
made that kind of has some visuals in there to kind of help you work everything out. It has all the stuff we've talked about today inside of it. So make sure you guys get your guides. And if you still are going to be following these and you're like, I just want a little bit of feedback, you can post your picture in the community and we will give you
Yes, get in there.
fast feedback. So yes, we would love to see you in there. I'm going to take this down so you guys can come see our vignette.
Come see it. Okay, I'm going to come back here so that you guys can see this. This is our office area, so I'm going to move this little thing over. So this is a vignette right here. Isn't
Yes.
it that simple? It's that simple. It's a little vignette. And what a vignette is, once again, it's an object of 3 things. So when you're out shopping and you see this and you see this, and then especially a plate. You guys all know that I'm in love with a plate. If you see a pretty plate, which all of this is in our boutique, I know you guys are going to ask. So yes, go shopping. We got more things in. But what it does is you can take a vignette, and this is considered one thing with a plate stand.
Yep.
That's considered one.
So this is our small.
So this is our small.
'Cause
It's
it is the
smallest.
shortest.
It's the shortest height. This is the second height. It's usually a statue, I'll be honest.
It's usually, a statue, figurine, something of the sort.
And then we always have a pop-up greenery. And it's that simple. So if you had a buffet right here, guys, you would have a pretty piece of artwork or a mirror behind me, 2 lamps, and then this in the middle. Now, I will always say that if you want to ground this with something, you can always put a tray here. But we didn't do it today because we really want you guys just to see the importance of just putting 3 things together.
Mm-hmm.
And see how pretty that is? You could put this anywhere. You could put this in the middle of your table. You could put this on a buffet. You could put this on it. Honestly, this is the same thing as putting it on a bookshelf. It's just going to be the middle bookshelf, and then you go back down with it on the bottom. So if you have
For
different
sure.
layers, it's layering the vignette, if that
Yes.
makes sense.
And this is a good example of greenery that's not a floral. Good example. This is a grass. Yes.
So important. Okay. And I will say that a lot of people are like, okay, so what if I had a candle? Then you would just put a candle down here, and that is your 4th thing, which is typically not what the rule of 3 is, but it's okay if you did. But I do want to say that rule of 3 is the easiest, most effective way for decorating. Okay?
Yes, it is the easiest. So
It's
if you're
the
just starting
easiest.
out, go for 3s.
Go for 3s of anything.
Yes.
Always think of 3s, and it's not just vignettes. It can be in all kinds of things. And we're going to talk about
Like
pillows.
artwork.
It can be
Hint, hint, right behind you.
Artwork.
Yes.
Hello. Artwork. It can be in artwork. It can be in pillows. It can be in vignettes. It can be in all kinds of things. Candlesticks. Have you ever
For sure.
noticed that candlesticks are always bought in pairs of 3? It's because they're going with the theory of 3 is best.
The rule of 3. Yes.
The rule of 3.
So I actually have my iPad up with the guide, and this is one of the first pictures you're going to see here. So this is the 3. This is the 3. So this 1, 2, 3. I know there's a greenery here, but it kind of all flows together. The main pieces are 1, 2, 3.
See how that is? And I think it's so important that you guys get that visual thought. Now, I love using this as a reference. We use this in our community a lot of times. When I'm actually doing a Q&A for you, we will reference pictures just like this on our iPad sometimes. And I think that's so important. So when we do a Q&A, which we're going to do a Q&A when, Lexi?
Tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m. So if
Central
you have
Time.
any questions about anything you're learning here in the Decorating 101, which I could keep this on going on for years, and I have. It's in the other.
It has. We actually have years worth of content in there.
Yeah, so I can really go into this in depth, but this is the simplest and easy and most effective way to get your decorating vignettes and any decorating. If you're thinking about pillows on your bed or pillows on your couch, how many do I buy? Oh my gosh, I love these, Tabitha, and I love them. I'm going to be showing you those guides tomorrow on how to do that. But it is so important to remember rule of 3.
Yes. So I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see both of us again. I'm going to put you back up here.
Yes.
Sorry if it's a little dizzy at first. We got a little stand here.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
So
we're back.
We want you guys to go get the guides.
Yes.
We want you to take the quiz. Come back and tell us if your style is different than it was when you first started.
For sure.
And then come post your pictures in the community so we can see what you guys are working with, see what kind of vibes you're going with, and have your 3 words that you want to describe your home as.
And if you love this, keep this going. And you want to keep this going because this is today and tomorrow, and then we're done, right?
Yes, and then the workshop is over. Yes,
and the workshop is
today
over
and tomorrow.
But if you want to continue this, get in the Elegant community.
Yes.
You can continue this for $17 a month.
Yes, and the first month is only $5. Only 5.
Yay!
You
Okay.
can't even get McDonald's for that.
No, you $5 box.
$5 box.
But you're going
Comes
to
out
have
tax. Yeah, you know.
Okay, guys. You guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully we'll see you in the community. If not, we will see you tomorrow morning back here at 10 a.m.
Yes, 10 a.m. We're starting again, and please make sure to
CST.
share, like, and comment, and we will be talking to you guys soon.
Yes, because I think your friends and family will love this.
Yes.
It'll be helpful and informative.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.